Good morning, winners. Welcome to Terry's Tips. Okay, guys, today I am going to help you out because many of you need that higher credit score. You want that 680 and above to transition into business credit. You guys need those 720s and those 740s for your commercial loans, for your conventional loans, for your jumbo loans. I got you covered because today we're going to talk about how to delete negative items from your credit report. Go get a notebook and go get a pen, guys, because deleting the negative items is going to help you increase your credit score, okay? And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Terry. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, mother, YouTuber, investor, personal business credit guru, over 20 years of experience. Guys, I used to work for TransUnion. Got it, y'all? So when I give you guys these tips, I know what it looks like on the back end. What did I say? Get a notebook, go get a pen. And every Tuesday and Thursday, I upload brand new videos. I would love for you to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this information is helpful. Guys, I will do my nugget at the end. So first, before I jump into the actual steps, guys, and I'm going to outline everything you need to delete negative items, I want to give you a few tips to remember, a few disclaimers. Number one, there is never a 100% guarantee that a valid, keyword valid negative item can be completely removed. So if you know it's a valid negative item, go into it knowing you have a 50-50 chance if you follow these tips. And still, always focus on adding positive payment history, having low credit utilization, 10% and under is going to give you a higher score, and having low inquiries, not more than 5 or 6 in a 24-month time frame. So work on the negative items, but still always make sure you're working on the positive aspects of your credit report also to give you the best score. That's number one. Number two is that valid negative items can be reported for 7. How many, Terry? 7 years. That's paid or unpaid. So just because you get something to a zero balance, that doesn't mean it will be deleted. Now, can you negotiate a deletion? Absolutely. Sometimes disputing it after you pay it, will that get deleted? Absolutely, but I want you guys to have the accurate. My channel is about accurate information, education, empowerment, and valid negative items can be reported for 7 years. So if you pay it, at the very least, it will go to a zero balance, and that will help you guys. Another tip is that you, the consumer, can exercise your rights underneath the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That means that you can dispute anything that you feel is inaccurate, unfair, outdated, can't be verified. That's why I'm outlining these tips for you, because you guys can dispute things and you're putting the burden of proof on them, guys. It's law. It's burden of proof. If they prove it's yours, it's a valid negative item, then we need to go to plan B, meaning we need to get to a zero balance, negotiate a deletion, work on positive payment history. But if they don't meet the burden of proof, guys, listen to me. If they don't meet the burden of proof, if they don't respond at all, if they don't respond in time, it has to be deleted. Guys, that's critical because like usually your very first round, you're going to get like 20 or 30% of the items removed. So you can use strategy here. Let's say you have 10 negative items and you get 5 removed through the dispute process. Then you're left with 5. You already got a higher boost in your score because you got 5 items removed. Out of those 5 items, maybe you have to settle 2 or 3, and then that will get you to your actual goal, and then you're done. You get your goal, you pay that item on time, you have maintained and grown your credit, you're done. Strategy, and that process saves you tens of thousands of dollars. So dispute the items first, see what comes off, and then deal with whatever's left after the dispute process. Got it good, y'all. Another tip for you guys is I want you to know in advance what you're trying to qualify for. What is the criteria? What is the score? So for example, for an FHA mortgage, a regular first-time home buyer, you only need to be a 640. So don't obsess over having 15 negative items removed. If you get 3 removed and you get some inquiries removed and you pay down some utilization and you're at a 660, guys, go get your house. Because once you guys go get your house, that mortgage is added to your credit report, and then paying that mortgage on time 6 to 12 to 24 months is going to help increase your score even more, and then you are done. The negative items, as they become more outdated, they actually impact your score less and less and less. And the positive payment history from your new item that you got is going to rebuild your score. Strategy, y'all, okay? All right, so let's jump right in. So number one, the first tip, the deleting negative items from your report, is get a current copy of your credit report. Guys, this is critical. Do not use Credit Karma. Do not use Credit Sesame. Do not use a report from a lender. Do not use a report that you had 3 months ago. Get a current copy of your credit report. I recommend, specifically for the dispute process, this is a nugget, you guys, going to annualcreditreport.com. That is your consumer disclosure copy. It is more detailed than anything else that you will see. It will not have a score. I'm fine with that. Know what your score is through other avenues. But for the dispute process, guys, this is how I get people better results. The annualcreditreport.com copy is super detailed. It's going to have hard inquiries, soft inquiries, phone numbers, AKAs, previous addresses, employment information. It's going to be more detailed. It's going to have every single date for every single account. It's going to be more detailed than any report that you've ever seen in your life. You want that report because when you do a sweep of your personal information, and I'll talk about that, you need to have all the information that credit bureaus have for you. So annualcreditreport.com. When you go and if you do it online, as soon as you see the credit report, save it as a PDF to your desktop, because it's not like one of those websites where you can create a login and keep on going in and out, in and out. You get one copy. So get TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. When you see it on your screen, save it as a PDF to your desktop or print it out and then use that as your working guide, your roadmap. So you know what's positive, what's negative, and all the other account information, all your positive information. Got it, y'all? Step number 2, freeze your credit reports with the extra data furnishers. What are data furnishers? Let me explain. So there are third-party companies called data furnishers. There are dozens of them, but the top 4, if you at least freeze your file with them, that will help you have better results. And these data furnishers collect information on you. They verify information. They correspond with the credit bureaus. So if you freeze your file with them, that means that you're saying to these data furnishers, don't release any information, don't verify any information. You did not have my permission to kind of release information about me. That means that when you do the dispute process, it will be harder, loophole guys, it will be harder for items to get verified, to get validated, and that increases the likelihood that you'll get something removed. So the top data furnishers are LexisNexis, are Innovis, are SageStream, and ARS. Let me say it again. LexisNexis, Innovis, ARS, SageStream. Those are 4 top data furnishers. Go to those companies directly, freeze your files. It will increase the likelihood of items being removed. Got it, y'all? All right, step number 3 is when you have those credit reports, you want to do a sweep of your personal information. What that means is that you only want your credit report to have your current name, your current address, and that's it. Any inaccurate, outdated, false, previous addresses, phone numbers, AKAs, previous employers, ask the credit bureaus in writing to remove that information. As a tip, guys, listening? You listening? The less information on your credit report, the less they have to verify. It increases the likelihood that items will be removed. And guys, I want you to think about it. A lot of times the negative items are tied to your previous addresses. So let's say you lived at 123 Elm Street, right? And you had a collection, a $5,000 collection for Macy's. And now you live at 12 Bridge Avenue, okay? Well, if you ask for 123 Elm Street to be removed and then you dispute that collection, well, what happens? That collection agency, that company has 123 Elm Street, but now you live on Bridge Avenue. So when they go to validate the item with the credit bureau, it does not match. And when it does not match, it can't be validated. So the credit bureau, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they will then override it and remove that item for your report because they have an obligation to the Federal Trade Commission to report accurate information. If it can't be validated, then they can't report it, so they'll remove it. Loophole, y'all, okay? And I want you to also understand that TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they are competitors. They are for-profit companies. They do not share information. So whenever you're disputing items, when you're trying to get negative items removed, always dispute it with all 3 credit bureaus, because just because something got deleted from TransUnion does not mean it will be deleted from Equifax or Experian. Each bureau has to do their own investigation. So do it with all 3 bureaus. Got it, and do a sweep of your personal information. And this is where you can do it in writing. You include a current copy of your driver's license or 2 utility bills showing your current name and your current address, and just list it, guys. What was step number 1? Get a copy of your report from annualcreditreport.com. So look, the very first section will be personal information. List all the information you want them to be removed. And then you just send that off to them in writing and they will remove that information. That will give you a better chance of items getting removed. Got it, y'all? Okay, and then the next tip is do your disputes in writing. Guys, stop where you guys have a Credit Karma account and it says you can dispute this item, and then you click for an online dispute and they do an investigation and it comes back and it stays in your report and you're like, the dispute process doesn't work and I disputed items that didn't get deleted. How much effort did you put into it? Real talk. That's why I'm doing this video. If you did one little click through a third party to dispute an item, how high of an investigation, how much likelihood do you think that you're going to have for that item to be removed? Real talk. If you want the results, do a little bit of work, and it is to your benefit. So the people that really have success with credit repair and success with items being removed is the people that put in the work. So do not do your disputes over the phone. Do not do your disputes online. That is a bare minimal, basic dispute. When you want better results, you do it in writing, okay? So you're gonna write a letter to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You are not gonna use a form letter. You are not gonna use a template. You're gonna use those form letters and templates as a guide, but you're going to write your own letter, okay? Guys, when the credit bureaus get 3 million letters and they all have the same address, the same font, the same margins, the same wording, they know it's just a credit repair company trying to get items deleted. I get better results from my clients because I teach you how to customize your letters, okay? So always make sure your letter has your name, your address, your social, your date of birth. You have to prove who you are so they can pull up your credit report. Always make sure you include either your driver's license that has your name and your current address, or if your driver's license does not have your current address, go ahead and include 2 utility bills. How many, Terri? 2 that show your name and your current address, okay? So it could be a water, electric, phone bill, cable, whatever. And then just list the personal information you want them to remove, list the account information, the company's name and account number, and list any inquiries you want them to remove, guys. Then send it off to the credit bureaus, all 3, with a copy of your ID to all 3, and you're done. And you can send it certified if you want to track when they actually receive it, because they have 30 days by law to do an investigation. And just like I said, if you dispute 10 items and 5 get deleted, you're in a much better situation than where you started from, okay? So then be strategic about what's left, especially if you knew it was valid negative items. For the bigger money, mortgages, business credit, cash out refinances, all of those things, 203K construction loans. What is our channel about? Legacy and wealth building. Then you want everything negative to be either deleted or a 0 balance. So if it is something that is valid and you've disputed it 15 million times and it is not getting deleted, then just try to at least make it a 0 balance by doing a settlement. Negotiate a settlement just to get it to a 0 balance as quickly as possible with the least amount of money out of pocket. And after you make a settlement, guys, go ahead and dispute it again to force it to update. Because a lot of these companies, is a bonus tip, a lot of these companies will take your money and close it out in their files, but they don't do their due diligence to actually update the credit report. And the whole reason why you did it was to update your actual credit report. And another tip is sometimes after they've gotten their money, they actually, it's not worth it for them to kind of go back and forth with the dispute process. So sometimes they just won't respond, and that will force it to be deleted. So you have multiple options, guys, but don't take the easy way out. I got my credit report from Credit Karma, I clicked dispute, nothing got deleted, now I think I have to live with bad credit. No, guys, do a little bit of work. So let's recap. Number 1, get a copy of your report from all 3 bureaus from annualcreditreport.com. Number 2, freeze your file with the data furnishers, SageStream, Innovis, ARS, and LexisNexis. Number 3, do a sweep of your personal information. Only have your credit report show your current name, current address. That will increase the likelihood that items can't be removed. Number 4, do your disputes in writing with all 3 credit bureaus. Include 2 forms of ID. Do not use a form letter or a template. And then number 5, wait for your disputes to come back so your reports can be updated so you can pull your scores and see where you are. Got it, good, guys. And another real quick tip is just because something gets deleted, that does not mean you don't owe it. Did you hear me? You know, I tell you guys the truth. So if you have a $5,000 collection for Macy's and it gets deleted through the credit bureau, the dispute process, and you know that you owe Macy's $5,000, guys, excuse me, they can still call you, they can still mail things to you, they can still try to collect from you. When you get something deleted from your credit report, that means that the credit bureaus no longer have the right to report the information. It's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Doesn't mean you don't owe it, okay? So if something escalates to a judgment, make sure you handle it, especially if it's a valid negative debt. Got it, good. I hope that was helpful. I gave you guys game. So all you have to do is execute. Break it up into steps. Make a plan, work the plan. Period. Okay? Period. All right. And so for my nugget, guys, I need you to have a shift in your atmosphere. I need you guys to be the one that controls the atmosphere. That means we are shifting away from doubt. We're shifting away from depression. We're shifting away from anxiety. We're shifting away from the what ifs. We're shifting away from excuses. I need you guys to control your atmosphere. If there are people, places, habits, things that are bringing you down, I need you to get those things out. I need you to be the thermostat. You control what's going on around you. Stop letting fear, doubt, questions, uncertainty. Stop letting all those things keep you from your destiny, keep you from your goal. Guys, just get started. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. But leaders are people that look around for the circumstances needed for success. And if they don't see those circumstances present, they create it. You need to be the one that creates the energy and the shift in your atmosphere. You be the change agent. You be the one that leads by example. You be the one that breaks the cycle. You be the change agent. It's up to you and no one else but you. No one's coming to rescue you. So I need you, guys, this is a season of shift. Look, everybody, if you're on the other end, say shift. This is your shift season. Shift the atmosphere, period. No excuses. How bad do you want it? Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. Like, share, comment, and have a super amazing day on purpose.